Welcome into the Baltimore Ravens Rundown. My name is Joey Petersen. I love doing these preview videos for each and every one of you guys. We got a lot to talk about. Coming up, scouting the Vikings. That's where we're going to start. We're going to look at the offense, the defense, what you should expect on Sunday. Then I'm going to give you 5 keys to victory. 5 things I think the Baltimore Ravens need to do if they want to leave Minneapolis with a win. And then up last, I'm going to give you my score prediction. It's going to be a good day. And if you want to make sure Sunday's a good day, hit that thumbs up button and like today's video. If you want to beat the Vikings, like it. Hit that thumbs up. Don't jinx it. It's science. It says so right there. Want the Ravens to walk away victorious? Boom. That's all you got to do. Let's talk about the Vikings. Their head coach, Kevin O'Connell. He is an unbelievable offensive mind. He is a quarterback whisperer. And he's been a really, really good head coach for a number of years in Minnesota. Brian Flores, their defensive coordinator. He is a terrific defensive coordinator. We're actually going to talk a little bit more about that, I believe, in point number 1. The wide receiver talent they have is elite. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, probably the best wide receiver in the NFL, maybe tied with his former college teammate, Jamar Chase. Jordan Mason, he's a nice little thump in the run game. And their defense, it's aggressive, but it's also exotic. Show you exactly why in a second. Chat stats on this game. This one's actually pretty funny. Minnesota has played Baltimore 7 times. In the 3 wins, they have made the NFC title game. And in their 4 losses, they have fired their head coach. So, I think I'm here to tell you, KOC, your days are numbered. Keys to victory. Let's get into it. Number 1, you got to be able to handle the blitz well. This is imperative for Sunday's game. This is imperative anytime you are facing off against Brian Flores. He will blitz the F out of you, okay? I can tell you that with a straight face right now. You're going to see that time and time again on Sunday. When you look at their blitz rate, it is the highest in the National Football League. And it has pretty much consistently been there since Brian Flores has been their defensive coordinator. 42.3%. Their light box rate is 31.3%. That's dead last in the NFL. And on the flip side of that coin, their heavy box rate is 35.4%, which is first. And a big reason why that is because Brian Flores loves to do what we like to call simulated pressures. Here's a couple of examples. He puts just about everybody up to the defensive line as he can to try to disguise his look, disguise who's blitzing, and then he'll choose 2 or 3 of these guys to drop back into coverage, and then they'll just play regular zone. You can see it there against Green Bay. You can see it here against New York. Here's more of a different look than what we showed you in the last ones. You can see it from up high, but basically they put these cornerbacks on an island because they're not really playing, and this is Ravens logo, Gage. They're not really playing man coverage, okay? So you see all of the guys, 8 guys stacked in the box right there, and usually they'll drop 3 or 4 of them back and put 3 or 4 of them into coverage. Now, the good thing about the blitz for the Baltimore Ravens is they've got Lamar Jackson in that quarterback spot, and he has been the best quarterback against the blitz pretty much in NFL history, okay? Since 2023, he's been blitzed 395 times. His completion percentage is 66.2. 3,225 yards. Yards per attempt, 9.0. 26 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 26 sacks, and a passer rating of 112. One word for that, elite. So it's going to be a fun chess match. The league's best blitzing defense against the league's best blitzing quarterback. Who's going to come out on top? Can't wait to see. Who do you got? Ravens or Vikings? Let me know down below by giving me a B-A-L or an M-I-N. If you are rocking with the Ravens, then I better see you and hear you in the comment section. Number 2, make J.J. McCarthy throw the ball. Technically a rookie quarterback, even though it's his second year in the National Football League. He did not play his entire first year because of a knee injury. And he hasn't played much this year either. He's been dealing with an ankle injury. But he has started 3 games, and in those 3 games, he's got a 57.6% completion percentage, 444 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Now, you might be saying, Joey, He's 2-1 in those games. Winning a big one against Chicago, winning another big one against Detroit. Yeah, he's won, but guys, he's made a ton of mistakes. 4 interceptions in 3 games, a 56.7% completion percentage. You've got to take the run away. And that starts with making a guy like Jordan Mason a non-factor, okay? Put the ball into J.J. McCarthy's hands, make him throw it to you, and I can promise you this defense is going to be able to create turnovers. And the one thing we've seen about this defense is when they do create turnovers, and when that is a part of this team, then you're usually going to be able to come out on top with a win. Something I want you guys to do to make sure you win in life is download the Prize Picks app. Use our code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play only $5. Today's show is brought to you by Prize Picks, and the hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Lamar Jackson's pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. Follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one click. Whether it's a friend, a celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like. Hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new feed tab on Prize Picks. Here is my Prize Picks lineup for Sunday's game against Minnesota. Give me the more on Lamar Jackson, 37.5 yards, longest completion. Give me the more on J.J. McCarthy, 16.5 rush yards. And go ahead, I'm feeling optimistic. Give me the more on Derrick Henry, 2.5 yards for his longest reception. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The link to this promo is in the comments and the description of today's video. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. And I put this one in all bold because it is so important. Red zone scoring. Everybody say it with me. Red zone scoring. This is something that you've struggled with this year. Okay? If you look at your red zone scoring, touchdown-wise, 51.85%. That means just over 50% of the time you get in the red zone, that drive's ending with a touchdown. That's 23rd best in the National Football League, a.k.a. bottom 10. If you look at the Minnesota Vikings, defensively, they only allow touchdowns 50% of the time. That's 5th best among defenses in the NFL. Monken has got to figure it out. He's got to figure it out, most of all, in my opinion, on the goal line. Because weirdly enough, when this team is inside of the 5-yard line and they got 1st and goal from the 3, they can't put it in the end zone. I do not understand why. They have a better chance of scoring a touchdown from 1st and goal from the 17 than they do from 1st and goal from the 3. I can't figure it out, but it needs to be figured out by the time you're playing on Sunday because you're going up against a really good defense. What's your score prediction of Ravens versus Vikings? Let me know in the comments section down below. I'm going to get my score prediction in at the end of today's show, so stick around to see exactly what that is going to be. Number 4, you got to have the secondary on your P's and Q's, okay? This is everybody. It's Kyle Hamilton. It's Marlon Humphrey. It's Nate Wiggins, because you're going up against probably the best wide receiver duo in the National Football League. Maybe it's T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Maybe it's Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. If it's none of those guys, it's these two. Justin Jefferson so far this year is doing Justin Jefferson things. 47 catches, 649 yards. Only found the end zone twice, but he did play 4 or 5 games with Carson Wentz at QB. 50 yards is his longest. Jordan Addison, his numbers aren't as gaudy as we're used to, but that's because he had to serve a suspension this year. Like, those are 2 studs. And it is time for Nate Wiggins to step up and show us who you are. This feels like it's a massive prove-it game for Nate. Because he's had his chances this year, and he's done really, really well. But he's also going up against the best in the business. So far this season, 158 yards allowed, 3rd lowest among cornerbacks. 66.9 passer rating against, 7th lowest. 8.8 yards per reception, third lowest. 1 touchdown allowed, tied for 7th lowest. Nate Wiggins, you got to step up here. You're going to be one-on-one, most likely with Justin Jefferson all day long. Prove to us you're worthy of that first-round pick we gave on you just about a year and a half ago. Number 5, you got to have a balanced attack offensively, okay? I mentioned it a little bit earlier when we were talking about the Blitz, but this is when you're at your best as a team, the Baltimore Ravens. This is when Lamar's at his best. Obviously, this is when Derrick Henry's at his best. When you are able to be balanced, you are able, and you do win football games. Flat out, plain and simple. The Minnesota Vikings have struggled to stop the run. If you're going to nag on one thing defensively, it should be their run defense. It's also, if you can't run the ball, allows Lamar Jackson more time to sit back there and pick at their cornerbacks, who, although their defense is really good, their cornerbacks have struggled a little bit this year. Okay, if you look at the PFF grades from them, and you look at things like coverage grade, receptions and targets allowed, yards allowed, touchdowns allowed. Like, guys, Byron Murphy Jr., Isaiah Rodgers, they're struggling a little bit this season. And so, this is the time, man. Be balanced, be good, and you can win this ballgame. You're going to be able to put up points. Even though Brian Flores is a good defensive coordinator, they're going to be able to sack Lamar Jackson. You still will be able to score. Speaking of score, my score prediction, 33-17. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm all Ravens, okay? I said after last one, look, if this team can have another great game defensively against Miami, I said I'd finally be able to pick them under 20 points allowed. And I'm coming true with my promise. 17 points, that's all the Vikings score. Ravens score 33. They win the ball game. Make sure you got me followed on social media, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on both platforms. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/Ravens TV. We're going to be here every single day, probably for the rest of eternity. So we'll see you then.